Evening. How are we all, gentlemen?
Good evening, my friend. How are you?
Good evening.
Not
Very well,
bad.
my man.
For those of you who know, I'm Fat Maui, known as Maui. These lovely gentlemen are joining me tonight for the Touchy Subject podcast. Got Top Man, Top Banana. Got
Does it say
Hello.
top man?
Eats
Oh, it doesn't.
Rovers.
Okay. Hello.
And we've got I Raging Up, I,
Aye, aye.
otherwise known as Dale.
Good evening.
I had to turn you up, Dale. Actually, just make sure you're still. Yeah, you're 80%. I have to keep you all at a
And
certain amount, so the mic picks it all. The mic doesn't pick it up.
we're basically here to talk shit about the things that people don't really want to talk about because they find it offensive or touchy or
So if you are a
fuck off.
snowflake, leave. Walk away. Don't stay. You're
If
gonna
you
get
want to
eaten.
stay and be offended,
No, them type of
Fairplay.
people will. Them type of people will comment.
How dare you speak about this group, that group, and this group?
Dislike.
I'm deeply
It,
offended.
it will very much be like that though. If
Yeah.
if you are sensitive to the issues, then I would recommend not watching. However, if you do continue watching, it is at your own risk. I accept no responsibility, and if you get offended, fuck you.
All our opinions are our own as well.
viewer
Unfortunately.
discretion is advised.
18
Okay.
plus. Some of the jokes I make are a little bit sus as well. If you're American, I have to apologise in advance. All I'm saying. Oh, Top, you'll actually see that tomorrow, mate. On Monday, sorry. I make a very, 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 very bad joke about America. So, and it's staying
Maybe
in.
wait till Monday.
Yeah, we're not cutting it out. We're staying in.
Oh no.
The topics today: corruption, and obviously, I have to speak about the pandemic, the coronavirus. Coronavirus, as they say. What are your thoughts, Maui, on the government at the minute? How the government themselves have handled the entire coronavirus from 2 years, 3 years ago, wherever it was.
Quite frankly, it's been a fucking shambles from the start. Like,
Some countries got it spot on, I think. Like New Zealand and that, they've worked
do
very
you know
well.
what?
Yeah, New Zealand played it really good.
No.
At start.
No?
I don't. No.
I thought they
No.
combated it very well.
I did. I thought they would have at the start.
Yeah, I thought they've combated it
My
very well.
my issue is, and this is something that's well documented, right? Governments, world leaders, so to speak, knew about the escape of the coronavirus from the lab in China months before it became public knowledge. I mean, fucking months before. There was like 4 or 5 months before they knew about it. They did nothing. They
I
waited.
didn't know
That's
that.
the
Yeah.
I agree with him. See, because when was it announced? Was it the beginning of the year? Just before the middle, something like that. Because
It was made public knowledge about March, end of
yeah,
February,
because a
March time.
lot of people were seriously ill around Christmas period, and I
Yeah.
had family members. And now thinking about it, they what they described how they were feeling is what the symptoms are now
Yeah.
and more, and they never felt so ill in their life. So I think it was around before, like you said,
Yeah.
got publicly announced.
It's funny as well
My
because before that, like going back to that, before it was a thing, right? It was a good few weeks before Christmas, late enough. I was bedridden for about a week. Couldn't move. I was at work and was pushing boxes, and I just couldn't breathe. Fucked. And I took a week off work and didn't get my bed.
What do you reckon you might have actually caught corona
Not saying
before?
that I don't get ill. I never get ill.
You're Scottish, you don't get ill.
And I was bedridden for a week. I could not move. I just stayed in this room, changed the there. I didn't move.
Fuck, That's rough as shit. There was a comment left on a Reddit group I was in, because sometimes at night I love to just go through Reddit and just scroll like conspiracy theory boards and stuff like that. There was a comment saying it was like this was 3 years ago, so this was like just before the pandemic, maybe a few months, whatever, before the pandemic. And he's saying, I think I've posted it on Twitter actually. I posted it on my Twitter. I'll get my Twitter up and I'll read it out to you because it freaked me out because it's with all the stuff that's gone on in history through the past, what the governments have done, what they're capable of doing. I won't fucking put it past them,
I've read
I think
it
I did
as
that
well
actually.
when you think about it.
Yeah.
So it's like world's population is growing rapidly and the agriculture is getting increasingly vulnerable to droughts. This means that in a relatively short amount of time, the world will face a very severe food crisis, sparking wars and unrest. It is not too far fetched to think that at this very moment, somewhere in the underground lab, scientists are designing a virus that will wipe out the precise number of people to avoid the chaos. That was posted before the pandemic hit. So it's spooky to think about it. Was the virus
So,
man-made?
all right. So, I kind of explored this a little bit when I first heard about coronavirus, and I first heard about the whole, it escaped a controlled laboratory. Okay. So I did a little bit of research and stuff like that. Do you, and this goes for anybody watching, but do you understand how many procedures had to have not taken place for that virus to leave that lab?
Mm.
Do you understand how many, when you're working with controlled viruses, when you're working with like deadly viruses, because the lab contained like SARS, for example, right? You have to have certain sterile rooms. You have to sterilize absolutely everything, your entire body when you leave,
Proper security
before
stuff.
you enter. And they're like chambers. You have to pass through these chambers. It's built so that you pass through these chambers coming out of wherever it is you're working.
Yeah.
So the fact that this virus supposedly escaped, I find it very difficult to believe. I find it difficult to believe that such a sterile environment, such a sterile workplace, managed to let a virus escape. The virus was that advanced; it managed to escape every part of that process,
Mm.
getting out of the
Something's
facility. It doesn't
that's
make sense.
Because they
supposedly
say it like
sealed.
it came from was it Wuhan food market?
Yeah,
They're
yeah. They
killing the
Yeah,
tried
animals and
saying
stuff
it
like that.
came from the market and it, but they've been no eating stuff like that. Even other countries around the world for
yeah,
centuries.
yeah.
So why now would that happen
And there
from?
happens to be a lab right next to where it fucking broke out, or like just
Yeah,
up the fuck.
exactly.
It's easy to blame something like that that's next to it.
Yeah. Did anyone want to see the
Not
Netflix show, the Korean Netflix show? Not was it Korean, not Japanese,
no, I
Chinese?
can't. I did see it on Netflix, but I didn't watch it. I
He
I
mentions
s-
coronavirus like years before it actually happened. He goes, "Oh, we'll spread coronavirus around the world, and
is it
they'll benefit from it. Like that pop that I think it's China. I can't remember if it's China or someone else would benefit
is it?
from the release of it."
It's like there's a few series or movies before the pandemic started mentioned
Yeah.
coronavirus. There's a few of them, and then
Eh,
see listening to what they say and what it can do to what it
mm,
actually does now. It's like whoa.
Another thing is there was a book years ago that said in 2020 or something like that there was going to be an airborne disease pretty much that would wipe out a lot of people.
I seen a
mm.
book.
Aye.
I didn't know that.
This was probably going back before I was born.
I think a book was in the 60s, something like that.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
It's
What a prediction
very,
to get
But
right.
yeah, but it said like it in that book as well. I'm sure it says somewhere down the lines that it dies down, but it's not gone. But it comes
Mm.
back and forth in waves. And
So
I'm
like
like,
the
Mm.
oh, it's
Omicron
have
that we've
it.
got now.
It's like we've had
yeah.
different variants, so I'm assuming the waves is what it meant in the book.
Fuck
Different
me.
waves of it.
What a prediction to
It's
get right. That's
it's crazy,
crazy.
isn't it?
Yeah.
See, it will never be. Okay, so I'm a little bit more, maybe far-fetched is a word than most people. I'm a bit more skeptical than most people. But logic dictates to me that all these things that happen, all these so-called accidents, there's no reason why these things can't be planned. I'm
Oh
not saying
no.
they are, but
I
there's
know
no
what you
reason
mean.
why
Yeah.
they can't be. You have to understand that if you look at world leaders, right? What's the first thing any world leader has to do before they take office? They have to be, in most cases, they have to be sworn in,
Yeah,
right?
sworn an oath.
They have to be debriefed and briefed by their predecessor in all cases, in all scenarios. The only difference to this really is America, but in America, being a president in America is a front because, and Obama was quite open about this, as a president, you still don't make the decisions where that country is concerned. Congress make those decisions. If Congress disagree, it ain't happening. You know.
I never knew that either.
So
That's true.
there's no reason why this all of these events can't be. There's no reason why they can't be orchestrated to someone's benefit.
Rothschild.
Quite possibly. Quite possibly.
I'm going to disappear tomorrow, I swear to God.
It's not just them. Like, this whole pandemic is not just them. They're anything financial, yeah, I agree. But I don't see, other than maybe like medical insurance, things like that. Again, only applies to America. Doesn't really apply here. It's NHS. There's no massive benefit, really.
Yeah.
Not at the moment. But what I think you'll find, especially over here in the UK, is once this dies down,
Again.
you'll see massive increases in tax, massive increases in
All they
national
do is
insurance, because they have to recuperate what they've lost, and if that's the only way I can see them doing it over a substantial period of time.
But of course, the politicians won't pay the tax.
The
No.
rich won't, will the fucking hell? Just
No.
ask Jeff Bezos to give you a few million, you'll be fine. It's got mates that you just pocket change to you, lad.
It's like everything that's going on right now. It's the same thing that happened last year. You know, winter season. Everything's worse around winter season, and it's just eventually going to be once a year. Having like a flu jab once a year. We're going to have a booster jab once or twice a year, depending if any more variants come around. But it's just going to be like that for years to come, I think.
So if any of you believe these boosters, vaccines and stuff like that, because there's people fucking saying, the vaccines are going to kill you. Blah, blah, blah. Any of you believe
it's like I've been double dosed. I've got the
double dose, yeah. I've got been asked to come
but
get the booster.
I'm skeptic of the booster because everyone I know have had it, or friends have had it. Everyone that I know have had it or heard about, they've all been really seriously ill. They said they'd rather have the first and second jab over again than having the booster, and that's putting me off, to be honest with you.
I keep getting texts saying, "Come," and I'm keep putting it off. They're going, "Oh, you due your booster? Come get in. Come do." And I'm like,
But like, they're rushing out these boosters now, right? But then next year, what's the next booster gonna be called, or what ingredients are gonna be in that? Are they gonna rush it out so fast before people can actually have a think and know what they want to do and what's in it? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's just not gonna stop.
I'm not jabbed at all.
Moron!
I'm not an anti-vaxxer.
Oh, that's good then. Okay.
I'm not that kind of person. Look, it's individual choice. If you want to get jabbed, if you want to have it, that's up to you. If you don't want to have it, cool. I've got no argument to either side. I have my own skepticisms around it. The biggest one being, okay, so look at it this way. The amount of so-called uncurable diseases there are in the world, right? Let's take cancer, for example.
I still believe there's a cure for cancer, mate, and they're holding it from people
Of
because
course there is.
of financial
100%.
gain.
You're telling me that people donate millions every
Billions as
year.
well. They get billions, don't they? The cancer research
Yeah,
and all that. Yeah.
to cancer research, right? And they're they're supposedly no closer to a cure than they were fucking
Greed.
however many years ago, right? Yet they can come out with a full vaccination for what's supposedly the most deadliest disease on the planet at the moment in the space of a year.
It's not a
No,
deadly disease.
no, but
Like
it is.
us four could get it
That's
and
what they
survive. We can get it again and survive. It's not. It's not
the
deadly, but it's
no, but this is what the
contagious.
media are saying,
Yeah, it's deadly for like over
right?
60s, 70s, right? People of ill health and stuff, asthma and people that are vulnerable to it. It can be very deadly. But in itself, as a virus, it's not a deadly virus per se. It's just
No,
very
it's not.
contagious.
It's not.
It's
But at the
just
same
It's
for
point,
like a
under
variant. It's
people
like a
with
variant of a cold, isn't it?
underlying health problems. That's
Like,
the
Mary,
main
yeah.
you had it.
concern for
How would you
people.
explain it? Is it like just like a bad cold?
Honestly, it's like for me, it was like slightly more severe version of the flu.
I was going to say
Like
something like that. It's got this
it
like the
wasn't. I didn't feel at any point that you know
You was in danger to die.
I was in danger. My life was at risk,
Yeah.
and I'm not exactly the healthiest person in the world. I drink, I smoke, I don't. I exercise occasionally, every now and then.
I like
You
that
know,
every now and then. You know, when I can be asked.
I'm not. I'm not. I don't live a healthy lifestyle. I eat shit.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. But and I didn't feel like in any way, shape, or form that it was threatening my life. I mean, I have asthma.
You got asthma as well?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
but it didn't make that much of a difference to me because I did the fucking sensible thing. When you're ill, you
Isolate.
take a few days,
Yeah.
focus on recovery for those few days, let the worst of it go, and then you do what you got to do. You know, it's not fucking rocket science. We've all been ill. We've all had colds. We've all had flu.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the same shit.
I've seen it online as well about this that it's basically a flu with steroids.
Yeah,
Flu on steroids. It's got similar symptoms to what a flu have. But like loads of people say as well, look at the flu. It kills hundreds of thousands of people yearly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do agree, but I
Dale's
started
having some
laughing.
technical
Yeah, I
issues
was
there.
gonna say I started laughing because Dale just disappeared, and you went from down here to up here. It was great. But I do agree with you. 100% do agree with you. I'm actually very
I think
shocked that you're not vaccinated, Maui. To hear
I
you've not
thought you
had.
would have. I thought you would have been vaxxed. Like, I didn't know you
no.
didn't
Yeah.
have none.
See, I
Welcome back, Rich.
there
Nice
he is.
face.
Fuck
Fumes.
no!
Everything just closed down.
Well, you sound better now. You come back actually. To be
Actually, you
fair,
do. You
so
sound more clearer, to be fair.
Right,
no.
laptop,
So
that fucking laptop. Oh,
I
It's
had the
fixed it.
option.
It has fixed it.
I did have the option, and I decided both myself and my partner. I mean, my partner couldn't have it at the time anyway because she was pregnant.
Hmm.
So she couldn't have it anyway. But at the same point, we've both made the decision that we're not gonna have it.
Are you not frightened though? Like in a way, because
No,
you're more at danger to catch it and spread it to other people that are not vaccinated or
see,
even
I don't think
vaccinated.
I am. I don't think I'm more at danger than anybody else because everyone I know currently that has Rona or has the new variant, they're all vaccinated.
Oh, vaccinated doesn't does
getting
it? It
vaxxed
doesn't.
doesn't
Yeah, it
stop it.
doesn't stop it.
It
You're just
just
more.
No, it doesn't. But
it just makes
I
the
don't.
symptoms easier a
Yeah,
bit for yourself.
yeah.
I
So
don't see myself more at risk in any way, shape, or form because my logic is this, right? It's the same with flu, the same with the cold. I don't have flu jabs. I don't have anything like that. I don't take medication if I have flu. I don't
How are you
do
still
any of that
alive?
because my
Immune
logic is
system.
this: if you're if you're constantly aiding your immune system, if you're
It
constantly
weakens.
helping your immune system then becomes used to not having to do its job. right? It becomes reliant on those external aids to fight off flu, to fight off bacteria. If you don't use those aids, your immune system has to fight them off. It has no choice.
You're
It
giving it a
builds and
chance, like
strengthens.
you're gambling a little, in a sense, gambling with your life.
Now, to be honest, I wish my immune system was flipping
In a
leave my
way,
body
Yeah, because
alone.
in a
my
way,
missus
yeah.
needs flu jab. She needs stuff like that to aid her. I would never say, "Oh, don't get it. Let's just just take a gamble." I'd never say that. It's kind of gambling with
It's
your
like
No,
life.
but see, this is the thing. I will never advise anyone else to do it. This is just the choices I make.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's your own choice what
You
you
know,
feel.
I
It's
make those
like
choices on the basis that I I very, very rarely get ill. I'm never ill.
Next
but
episode,
And
like
we're all saying goodbye to Marty. It's a fucking headlight.
but like
and
everything that's going oh go on Maui, sorry, I mean,
no, carry on, bro.
it's like everything that's going on. I at the start I weren't scared, but I was cautious.
Mm.
If that makes sense. Because as you know, you boys know, I got an ill wife. I got 3 little ones as well. Like you says, personal opinions. But then, as you know, again, that my daughter caught it from school,
Yeah,
and that flipped my head inside out. I was like cleaning, disinfecting, and bleaching like 7, 8 times a day.
I remember you telling me that.
And everything. My mother-in-law had to come here and tell me just stop. Because like I have people come to the house before they come up to my door, they gotta walk up my drive, and they
yeah.
could smell everything from there.
Fucking
And
hell.
even when they were walking in, I was going around them with my mops, everything. I was literally, I was, I bought a brand new like spray mop,
Yeah.
like microfiber. Oh, I was on the front door, inside, outdoor with it, my window.
Jesus.
It flipped the switch. I got scared because my wife got like a no underlying health.
Yeah.
I couldn't risk it.
Mm.
Hence why I taken the jabs. I've never taken flu jabs. Only since last year and this year for her
Mm.
and them. But like my daughter, like, she isolated for 10 days in her bedroom. She loved the fact I was a butler. So I give her own cleaning products for her room as well. And every day I was having to change her bed in. I'd literally have it in a black bag, fetch it down, straight in the washing machine, stuff like that. But I was lucky though that myself, my 2 other younger ones, nobody caught it, no symptoms. It's like I picked my daughter from school when she had the bad head. She was negative on the test that night. I tested at 7 o'clock the following morning. It was positive. A 1.5 later, we was on the PCR test. Came back positive, and that's when shit hit the fan for me.
Jesus.
But I was just lucky enough, nobody else caught it. I think I
Yeah,
killed my house with disinfectant and bleach. To be
I
honest with you.
understand it. Right. This is why like I will I don't judge other people by the way they react to it because I understand everyone has their own situations, their own scenarios. I get that.
Mm.
You know, what I don't agree with is the the fear mongering behind it.
There's a
Oh,
lot of that.
the media, like you just,
100%.
It's not
They
media's
just
make
the
it
fucked.
media
work.
though. It's
People all over
I think
Facebook
People
and
in
stuff like
general.
that. Yeah.
people in general are responsible for it. I mean, a prime example of how the majority of humanity work, right? When they had when this whole fucking shortage of drivers for petrol stations, there was a fuel crisis is what they called it, which was a load of shit in the first place.
Yep.
I think
Right?
they're trying to cover something with that. To be honest with you.
It's bollocks. But look how the majority of society reacted. Rushing to petrol stations and fucking queuing at petrol stations for hours just to fill jerry cans to put in their garage, and it's like, grow up.
Some of them try to
Honestly.
sell
This
them
is
off as
pissed me.
well.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
see
This
how
is pissed.
people
Trying to sell
filling
it
carrier
off.
bags up
Yeah.
as well.
This has
Tying a
pissed
knot.
me off big time with that because the amount of money they've made off this fuel crisis,
yeah, yeah.
and they go and put the fuel prices up after that all.
Mm.
It's extortionate now.
Oh mate, yeah, it's ridiculous at the moment. It
It's
is.
like
It's
you've
stupid.
not lost money.
But it's like
A joke.
there wasn't a shortage. There wasn't a shortage of fuel. There was a shortage
No.
of drivers for BP in particular.
Mm.
It wasn't across the board. It was BP and BP only. Right? Yet look how like I said, look how society reacted to that.
Yeah,
It's a in my opinion, and this is probably going to trigger a lot of people. It's a weak-minded reaction.
And they
It's a
reacted like that to
weak-minded
fucking toilet
society.
paper, remember?
Yeah,
People were fucking fighting over toilet paper in shops, punching each other.
society,
Like, oh,
society
it was
is
like
weak-minded.
Black Friday for toilet paper. Like,
yeah.
Like, think for yourself, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
You know, stop. Think for yourself. Use your own fucking mind. That's what we do. It's what humans are good at. You think for yourself. You make your own mind up. You adapt to situations. You don't just fucking panic just because fucking Dale and his mates have decided that they're not driving trucks anymore
Yeah,
because it's a
Dale,
shit
fuck's
job.
sake.
Do you know what I mean?
it's like
It don't
social
work like
media
that.
is a big part of it. Like,
Oh, social media, fuck, yeah, it
It's
is.
the
One-
controlling of the flow of information.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can just leak out one little thing and everything just goes shits up.
it's like what triggers me. Like, one person would say, "Oh, don't do this, don't take this, because this is what it does to you. It done it to me."
hmm
And then another person say, "Oh, that's bullshit. It didn't happen to me." But I've always said every human is a different individual. Their
Yeah.
immune system reacts to everything different to what that person, and that person could trigger other people's minds thinking, "Oh, fuck, I'm not taking that shit."
So
But it might
like,
not happen to
you could
them.
like tomato soup. I might not like tomato soup. Might taste
Yeah.
amazing to you. It doesn't
It's
to
like
me.
with my 2 COVID jabs, I heard all these side effects people are having. I didn't have no bad head. My arm was hurting for the second day, but I was tired for 3 days
Yeah.
off both of them. I had nothing else, but I was really tired, proper drained. And that was it. Because, like I said to myself, everyone's different. I'm not going on what that person felt like.
After
I
my
could be
first
the
one, I
same.
thought I had fucking superpowers. I thought I could control time. Like I laid down, I was that fucking groggy. It felt like time was just moving so slow, and I was like, felt
Like
high.
it give it, look out, boys! It gives something to his brain.
Shit.
Like
Okay,
the
so
only reason I got the jab is I was sick of taking days off work.
I was gonna say,
You know
yeah, the
yourselves, the amount
amount
of
of
days.
times.
yeah,
Fuck man, I've
It was
never
like
had it, and I've had
every
more
two
times off. I was
weeks.
like, fuck
Every
me.
2 weeks, he was having 10
But
like
now,
I,
6
I
days
remember
on
like in
days
Discord,
off.
like, oh, I've got 10 days off again. I'm like, what the fuck?
but now that's out the window because even if you're double jabbed and you come across somebody with COVID now, you still have to isolate for 10 days because there's no Omicron.
Have you not
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
what they're
What's the
doing
point?
with it? Like they said, Omicron's spreading. It's spreading at an alarming rate. It's like originated from Africa. And they're rumored to open up now all every African country. Well, how many countries there is, so you can visit. Like you can now move between UK and Africa.
Apparently, it's
I
like
don't get it.
70% faster rate of
Yeah,
the
I
spread.
just don't
Oh,
get the thought process of what they
The
do.
flights should have been stopped.
Yeah, they're
Even
reopening
when
them
it
all, aren't they?
even when it
You know what I
publicly
mean?
said about this new Omicron, it was already here before they publicized it.
Yeah.
100%.
Mhm.
It was already spread there
see,
before they found out. That's the
I'm
thing.
not
Everyone's gonna be
buying.
late finding out.
I'm not buying the whole Africa thing.
Yeah, because why would they open up
I'm
all
not
like
buying it.
this? Like literally, all the countries are off the red list again. All of them. That's it. But yeah, it supposedly originates from there. If you're opening it back up, you're going to spread it even
And
more, no?
I'll tell you why I don't buy it.
How quickly it ended up back in the UK and spread it in the UK.
It's not just that. If you look at what they supposedly didn't know about coronavirus in the first place, right? They didn't know anything about it. It was, they're not familiar with it. There's strains that they don't know about. Okay, so unless you have a way of controlling it, what the viruses do, they mutate, they adapt.
Yeah.
It's what it's science. It's what cells do. They adapt to their surroundings. They mutate to thrive in new surroundings, right? So for all intents and purposes, this new variant could quite simply just be a mutated version of the original virus. It doesn't have to have come from a specific place because it's still here. It's never gone
No,
away.
they're saying it mutated in Africa. That's where it's first spotted. That's where it first was like discovered.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all.
But who knows?
I'm not buying it.
I just don't. It's weird because after all these years,
That's fine. No one knows.
yeah, after all these years, the pandemic, it feels like normal life. I cannot remember what normal life was. Going out without a mask.
I think that's the scary part, though.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
just so
scary part.
weird.
This has become normality.
Yeah.
You know, it's gone from fucking playing in the street and playing in dirt as a kid and no one giving a fuck to all of a sudden you can't even
Like stay
go
away,
outside
wear a
without.
mask. You
Yeah,
can't go to
you know.
festivals. You can't do this. It's
And I think I'm going to be honest, and this is a bit of a conspiracy theory of mine.
oh,
Okay,
I love me a conspiracy.
I think they're doing it on purpose.
Oh, Maui's dead. Say goodbye. He said it now.
I think they're doing it on purpose, and I'll tell you why I think they're doing it on purpose. There's a big
It's
thing at the moment with this whole metaverse. I don't know if any of you have heard of it.
I thought you said multiverse, and I was like, "What? Superman's
No.
going to save us?"
Spider-Man?
It's called the
Spider-Man.
metaverse. So Google, Microsoft, and I'm pretty sure there's someone else involved in it. I can't remember 100% who.
Me.
But essentially, the metaverse is a virtual online world, right?
Mm.
It's essentially what it is. For people who are not technically minded, think of it kind of like a matrix.
Oh, like a virtual reality, like you put on like a chip
Yeah.
or something. That's it. You're in there.
So think of it like the matrix, right? Let me bring it up. So it started off as like a sandbox sort of create your own world kind of game,
Just like
if
a
you
bit
like,
like
in
a video
VR.
game kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But now
Excuse me.
there are companies using it. You're all good, bro.
Loves me
There are
strong.
companies now talking about using it for like real life situations, meetings, and all of that kind of shit.
Jesus.
Elon Musk openly came out and said that he thinks anywhere within the next 20, 30 years, we're literally going to live in a metaverse. That's all we're going to know.
That man is something else. Like,
I like him.
Have you heard that
I do,
conspiracy theory that we're already in a simulation?
but like with. Go on then.
No, that's the conspiracy.
Oh,
We're already in a simulation. We are
it's
the
like
simulation.
I watched a few things with Elon Musk. Like, I don't know if you noticed as well, because I watched a documentary and like when I'm looking back at that, fuck yeah, I noticed now. No, when he does interviews and all that, have you noticed he pauses before he says
I
anything?
said this to you before, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
mentioned it, I watched it. Like he thinks of what he's gonna say first.
He's
Says
the only
one line,
person. Yeah,
thinks he's like a fucking robot.
he's the only person I've ever watched continuous interviews, and he is consistent with that, regardless.
Even
He is
though,
the only.
yeah,
He literally, you ask him a question, and you will have like a 10-second pause where he will say absolutely nothing because he's thinking, he's almost calculating his response.
Mm.
And I think, do you know what? I think if people did that more often instead of just reacting on impulse,
I
then we'd be way further ahead in the world than we are now.
it's like the way he answers things. It's like if he's like you said calculating. He's like, right, I say this. He's going to ask me this question
Yeah.
straight after it. This is my answers going to be within the space of seconds. Do you know what I mean?
The
And then
guy's
he's got the
constantly
answer.
playing fucking chess, man.
He's like, yeah, he's 10 steps ahead. He knows what they're going to ask and he knows what he's going to say.
I think I'm
It's
the only one
crazy.
that finds Elon Musk a bit fucking weird.
No, the things he says sound weird, but
I
it
find him
makes
doolally.
sense. Sounds weird, but it makes sense as well in a way. The things
I would agree. I would agree with you, Rovers. If at this point everything he said he's going to do, he's done.
Has he actually
And when
has he been spot on and stuff like that?
and when he said
Yeah.
he's gonna do something, he'll eventually do it.
Yeah. Everything he said he's going to do, like he said he was going to revolutionize electric vehicles. He's done it. He said he was going to revolutionize the way you travel in and out of space. He's doing
He's
it.
done it.
He said he's going to revolutionize renewable energy sources. He's done it.
Fuck.
Everything that man has said he's going to do,
He
he's
wants
followed
to
through
make
and
the
he's done it.
world a better place.
Yeah.
That's his vision.
But then he names his
He's
kid
currently
XYBCA.
Greedy bastards. Yeah,
like-
he's kicking it. A greedy
He's currently awaiting permission from, I don't know which government body it is in America, to solve the traffic flow problem in New York by building a series of tunnels. He's waiting for permission from the government body to build these tunnels to solve the traffic problem and
Tunnels under
Aliens.
New
stuff like that.
York. Whoever heard that before? Teenage Mutant Ninja.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, when I heard it, do you know what the first thing that came into my head was? iRobot.
What? Do
Yeah.
they have tunnels under New York?
Yeah.
iRobot was the first thing that came into my head because not only is he talking about that, but he's also talking about AI.
What? Yeah, but
But
what I
that-
say if
going-
Elon Musk, that's
that-
what he's done. He's just fucking watched a shit ton of movies, picked out the best little ideas, and gone, you know what? I could do that. I could do that. I could. And he fucking
The
does
thing
it.
is, with that movie, I
fair play.
Robot, when that came out, it scared a lot of people as well.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah.
It was trending. It was on the news. How people
Yeah.
were scared. And then when they start, I can't remember. There's a recent video of a robot made.
Oh, the facial
so-
expression
yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
she's like
Yeah.
that. She's going like that,
It's
ain't
like
she?
if it's like if
Oh.
it looks at you as if to say, "What the fuck are you?"
Yeah,
and then
that's
it
fucking
smiles at
creepy.
you,
That's creepy
and
as
it
fuck.
smiles at you. I thought, "Fuck it."
She's
Like,
literally like
yeah.
that, her hands, and she's like, what's
Yeah,
up?
looking at
Yeah.
herself, looks at
Oh,
you
mate,
up
I
and down,
can't.
like if it's shocked. I'd say, "What do you look like?" And just smiles at you with the even though it was a friendly gesture smile, but it's a creepy looking.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
But it's
I-
like
Go on.
going back to just general society and the way they react to things. It all boils down to exactly the same thing with COVID.
Fear,
You know,
stupidity.
I think there is a lot of stupidity. There is a lot of fear mongering, unnecessary in some cases. I'm not for 1 second saying that coronavirus isn't frightening. It is frightening because it's frightening to certain people, but it's not frightening to everyone. You know,
And
to
just
your everyday person who is generally well of health, you're gonna get flu for like a couple of weeks. All right, cool.
Yeah, but in
I
saying that, but
understand.
you've got the opposite side as well. You need to keep yourself safe so you keep others safe. It's not fair for us. Like, let's just say us four, we could get it and survive because, we might be healthy. I know you say you'd live an unhealthy lifestyle, but you've had it, haven't you? You've survived. You lived.
Yeah.
We still have to take care of people around us. We still have to be wary because we don't want to infect other people. We don't want to be like the cause of someone catching
Okay,
it. Like,
so
we've accidentally killed
It's
this
like a
8-year-old
duty
man.
of
my
care.
question to
Yeah,
you then. My question to you, yes, we have a duty to care for other people.
yeah.
My question to you is, at what point does potential self-harm trump, like, at what point does potential self-harm come below other people?
What do you mean? I'm not self-harming.
No,
Me being careful, me being cautious and stuff, and that's not self-harm.
no, but I'm talking like from a vaccine point of view because my views on a vaccine are different to yours, right?
Oh yeah, I don't believe vaccines are harmful. Like Top said, I'm very wary of the boosters. That's why I haven't replied to the text. But in terms of I'm glad I'm vaccinated. If it means if I do catch it, I haven't had it at all. Like I've been very very careful with everything. But if I do catch it, if I'm vaccinated, hopefully that means I don't have it as worse as other people do.
I'd like to get Mowie's points on this a bit. I've just been reading this little thing now online about the Omicron, right? About the hysteria around it, how it helps the vaccine makers. And it says that it becomes clear from the statements of the doctors and other experts that has been blown out of proportion because it helps vaccine makers in two ways, which is number one, helps them advertise their products and maximize profits. Secondly, this provides them with an excellent excuse to starve off the question around the poor, poorer quality of the vaccines. But everyone knows how the COVID-19 came as a boon for the big pharma. This year alone, this is what made me crazy. The COVID-19 vaccine has brought in a revenue of $24.3 billion for Pfizer.
Yep.
But these companies are now striving to maximize these profits by banking on emergencies of new variants.
And then people wonder why
Different
I don't
waves.
necessarily trust it.
Different variants mean you get more money again.
Exactly. So if it be a case of the vaccine was coming from like NHS, for example, yeah, okay, I might be a bit more behind it, right? But it's not. It's coming from corporate companies. And it doesn't matter which way you look at it. When you look at corporate companies, the
They
one
need to
thing
make
at the
money.
top of their list, they don't give a fuck about your health. They don't give a fuck whether you live or die. They give a fuck at how much money is coming into that company. End of. Right?
It's a business, and you have to
It
run your
is.
business.
It's business. It is business. They don't make decisions based on the welfare of humanity. They make decisions based on the profit margin of their business. So if you're telling me that they made what, 24, 25 billion?
Just off the Pfizer.
That's
Just off the
Pfizer
Pfizer.
alone.
That's just Pfizer alone. It's mental. Like, why, if it's that important to humanity and if it's that important to stop the spread of infection and to eliminate this virus and all this shit, why do you need to make money off it?
Like,
Why?
no, don't get me wrong. What I just read might not be true, but it sounded interesting to say. Do you know what I mean? It's like
This is just all theoretical.
yeah,
Like, stuff.
it's like
You
it
know what I mean?
says about the Delta variant, the one before. It gave the companies the fortune to market their booster shots. As soon as the Delta variant emerged, they harnessed it deep into their pockets. This is how, and as it says online, and I quote, booster shot scandal was shoved down the throats of innocent masses.
That sounds like a fucking article written by a complete loopy guy.
But it makes things interesting.
It does, yeah. It does sound a little bit...
Maybe it could be interesting for people that watch it. By the
It's
way.
worded to the extreme. It is worded to the extreme, I will admit, but the
it
principle,
says as well,
I
see,
get it.
it seems to look like a scam is set into another scam in motion.
Yeah, it's because like you don't know if because there is people out there that anti-vaxxers, they'll say and do anything to get to like try and make you believe in their
Like the
in their
news,
opinion.
Yeah, 100%.
the news will
100%.
only show you what they want you to see.
Oh yeah,
That's it. Nobody knows
But
what happened behind
see,
closed
it's
doors.
the same. It's the same with anyone trying to push a narrative, whether it be the media, whether it be an individual. They will only ever give you the information, the cherry-picked information that they want to give you to push their narrative.
Yeah.
That's
You'll
where the
never get the whole
controlled flow
story.
comes in.
Yeah,
We
Because
are
if
all
they give us the
sheep.
whole story, then the place would just be in tatters. Everybody would just go off their heads.
The tough question before you do it: would you get yourself jabbed with a fourth booster in the foreseeable future? Do you know what I mean? It's interesting to read as well. That's why I'm just saying these things.
Yeah,
The only
at which point
reason
does it stop?
I don't
Where
think it
does it
will.
stop?
I don't think it. I
You
think
know?
we'll.
I
I
don't
think
think
we'll
it
have
will.
this kind of lifestyle for a long
It'll
time.
be it'll be years to come. I think this is going to be one of them like a flu.
Yeah, it would just be like a flu.
Get on with it. It's gonna be part of your life. Get a job every year. Just so and so.
The only reason I would get it is if it becomes mandatory at work. I need money.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
need to pay my bills. You know what I mean? Like to go out, I'll say this when I was first started kicking off to my workmates. I was like, you're gonna need your booster. Well, not boosters. You're gonna need vaccines to go to work, to go out, to do anything. Eventually, it's going to become mandatory.
Well, have
So
you seen
far,
them in London lately as well? The protests for not having another lockdown. It's mad.
What, people are protesting for not having another lockdown?
Yeah, they don't want another lockdown. It's been trending on Twitter all day as well. There's been videos of thousands of people protesting outside Downing Street.
I understand people wanting a lockdown. I understand it, but I genuinely don't think that a lot of people understand the negative impact that will have on this country's economy.
It's not worked though either. We had a lockdown. We thought, all right, it's settled down now. Let's come out of lockdown. It's all fucking shit hit the fan again.
Yeah, all these thousands of people joining together could make it worse.
Yeah, they're protesting. They're not at the social distance. Is it a social distance protest? You're protesting. You're stuck together protesting.
Yeah.
And it's like, we want a lockdown. We want to stop the spread. You're fucking helping spread it. You're just fucking all fucking gathering. You're helping it.
See, if I was the government, I'd be like, get what we say. Do what you want. Reap what you sow.
Well, they are. The fucking. I wonder if we'll get an invite to their fucking party. Their next party at Downing Street.
I think the main thing was with this protest as well, see, because everyone had a shitty Christmas last year. They didn't want the same again this year.
You couldn't even visit your loved ones.
We all had shitty Christmas, but they were like,
they were
all having a party, doing quiz nights.
It's just a business meeting, you know. It's just crackers and biscuits.
It's a business meeting, having a quiz. Yeah, I'm having a party in the background. Boys, if I don't see you Monday, I love you.
This is the other part. It's like, these whole process, I understand the process. I understand the process to no end. Like, lockdown clearly doesn't work. It didn't work in the beginning. It's not going to work now.
It slowed the rates down, but it doesn't. Like in the end, as you come out of lockdown, it's still just gonna hit the fan again. Like it defeats the purpose. You're slowing it down a little bit, and then you're just starting up again. You slow it down.
See,
leave your windows and doors open for the day.
I was a fan of the whole herd immunity idea.
Oh no! It's so dangerous. It's so dangerous.
It is.
I think they tried that, and
you're just killing off innocent people, though.
They didn't try shit. They didn't try it. But no, hold on. Let me explain. All right. I wouldn't wish death on my worst enemy. I wouldn't. All right. However, the whole herd immunity thing was a good idea if it was controlled.
How would you control something like that?
There are certain ways you can control herd immunity, right? So, for example, give people the freedom of choice, right? They did this all the vaccinations and all that bollocks. Give people the freedom of choice. Don't go, oh, you have to have it. It's mandatory for you to have it to do this job, to do that job. Fuck off. Give people the outright freedom to make their own mind up. Give them the information direct from the manufacturers. Lay it all on the table. Just lay it out straight and let people make their own mind up.
Yeah, but then again, that goes with the thingy. Like you're choosing not to be vaccinated. Blah blah blah. You're like you've given me the choice. I choose no. I'm now endangering people around me. I'm more susceptible to catch it. I'm more susceptible to spread it. Like you're still. I know what you mean. Like they shouldn't force it on you, of course, but to choose not to be, it's just. I think it's a little bit naive, and I think you're endangering a lot of people, a lot of vulnerable people. That's why I don't agree with herd immunity. I wouldn't want to put innocent people's lives at risk. Just in, like what does they say? Well, nature lets nature take its course. Whoever goes goes. I wouldn't ever do that. I'd never like that.
That's how science works.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go off. Let's put a group of 100 people Let them just do whatever they want, and how many people die? It's fucking. That's just a waste of life.
I get
You
it.
keep people safe.
I get it, and yes, you do keep people safe, but you have to, at some point, you have to come to the realization, and you have to come to that point where you start to think, it is impossible to keep everyone safe.
It's not.
I don't care. It's impossible.
It's not.
Of course it is.
I haven't caught it. Kay hasn't caught it.
If you, it's impossible to keep people
Yeah, but
safe whilst having the freedom of choice. It is impossible.
I'm going to agree with Maui Bear. I think it is impossible. Like you said, no, you am not it, K am not it. Great, obviously, but that doesn't mean that's going to
Doesn't
happen
mean
to everyone.
Oh no,
no.
of course not. But
So
Why-
I do think
saying,
it's impossible to save everyone.
yeah, but
It's good to try and do their best.
But would you want, right? So let's just say you say you've got ill wife, right, and your daughters and stuff like that. Would you happily know someone's willingly not taking vaccinations, not just they're choosing, they don't care, they're not wearing masks? Would you want them around your family? Would you want them around vulnerable people? You wouldn't.
No, they won't come along in my house.
No, not but just your house, but like in general, like let's just say a school teacher teaching your kid. Let's just say a
Yeah.
school teacher, they're not vaccinated at all. They don't care about restrictions. They don't care about all that stuff. Would you want them teaching your kid?
To be honest, I would answer that, but the way that it's going, I don't think that teacher will be allowed in schools.
No, hopefully
Mm.
not. I'm saying in general, if Maui says like the
Cause
herd immunity, if he got like if that was the way, he would be teaching.
I'd question it.
Would
I'd
yeah, but
question the teacher. I'd question the headmaster. And I don't think I would
you'd pull your
leave
kid
my
straight out of
child in
school,
that
wouldn't you?
class.
Until that teacher's fucked off.
It's like I remember the time when when they first closed the schools when they spread it fast.
Yeah.
It was like it was a kid in the primary side where my son is, not in the same class, not in the same year, but in the younger groups.
Yeah.
I pulled him out of the school, my middle child daughter, and my daughter who's in the comp over the other side, because the comp on the primary side are all one, because it's like a super school.
Super
Mhm.
school.
That's what they call
No,
super
I know what you mean.
schools.
Yeah.
I pulled them all out of the school. No,
I don't blame you.
even though that kid they've got it, he's been tested. He's positive. He could have fetched out of school without knowing that virus is in the school, and it's
Yeah.
just going to spread, which it did. No, every time somebody, I think in my oldest, somebody in the last year, and she was in the beginning, no, year 7, and somebody had it in year 11. I straight down to school, pulled them all out. I homeschooled them as well
I don't blame you.
through online schooling. No, they had their stuff through the school online, and I was doing it with them. I was not risking nothing, obviously. Like Maui's, had his not opinions, sorry, choices.
Hmm.
That was mine. And like we say, everyone's different to their own.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
this
Make
is
their
my
own
point.
minds up.
Everyone
Yeah.
should have a choice. I don't care who I don't care which way you look at it. Everyone has their own choice. Everyone should have their own choice of how they respond and how they react. You know, it comes back to what we were saying earlier. We're all individuals. It affects people in different ways.
Hmm.
Like I said, everyone. I personally, I don't see how the vaccination is keeping anyone safe. I really don't, because like I said, everyone that I know that currently has coronavirus is vaccinated. Every single person I know that has it is vaccinated.
A vaccination,
I
it's
struggle.
not. It don't keep you safe. It's safer.
So what does it do?
It's safer.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
it
safer, but for you
Safer.
to sit there and say,
Slows the spread down, and like we can now.
no,
If we're vaccinated, we're not gonna. We're not gonna spread it as much as we would
it
if we're
helps the
not.
symptoms. They want to
Yeah,
make
no,
the
it's like
symptoms as
granted,
much
but
bad.
I
for
wouldn't
you
want
to
to.
sit
I
there
wouldn't.
and
I wouldn't
say,
want to put danger on anyone. I wouldn't want to put anyone's innocent lives at danger. If I'm vaccinated, I feel like I'm not going to spread it as much as an unvaccinated person would.
but you're not.
Can I ask,
You're,
how do you know it's safer? You're just taking it from the word
Oh
of
no, yeah,
people
I
who's
trust,
Yeah,
passed it
I
exactly.
trust.
anyway.
That's
No,
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
trust. I trust scientists. What scientists say, what doctors say. I will literally listen to the doctors and scientists. Like people on, like they'll do their own articles or they'll have PhD. I'm not going to listen to Boris Johnson say get vaccinated because it does this. Like fuck you. You go party, mate. You do what you want. I will listen to actual doctors and the people that go through stuff, like I will listen to them, and they say vaccinations, you're safer. You're not safe. You're not fully safe. You're safer. You can help stop spreading it. You know, and I'll vote for them. I'll be like, yeah, okay, I'm vaccinated. I'm not gonna put anyone's life
I
in
need
danger.
to go toilet. Like,
I've been seeing Top drinking his whiskey. Everything. He's like,
I need to go toilet, bar man. I should have gone before it started.
To be fair, we're almost at an hour. We've literally,
Are we?
yeah, 5 minutes, 6 minutes away from an hour. We're on bits, mate.
But
Yeah.
Do we reckon, boys, we've offended anyone? Because we have to offend someone.
100%.
I don't, nah,
100%.
I don't
Fucking
think so,
loot.
to be fair.
100%.
No,
I
we've
think
got to.
so.
We will have. We will have.
We have to.
Somebody out there.
There are gonna be anti-vaxxers and people the other side of the fence that will be offended by
Yes, good.
something one of us have said.
Good.
Nah, but
I'd
it's not as if
probably
we've said,
offended.
if you don't believe this, you're a dickhead. You know,
Oh yeah,
We've not, like, came
me and
across
Maui have
lines
got
like that.
completely different views on it, but we're not going to fucking
I know, but
like start.
we've not called anyone anything.
It's like
Yeah, yeah.
everyone have had their own different views, their own different
Yeah.
opinions
It's
to it.
just,
Do you
yeah,
know what I
it's
mean?
just a complete.
So,
Everyone's different.
yeah.
The only dickhead so far is the fucking the government in parties when everybody else was not allowed.
It's the fact we didn't get
That's not
invited,
dickheads
boys.
so
Like,
far.
I love the gov gets
It-
cheese and biscuits. Fuck's
It's the
sake.
government. The government are the biggest thing here. Take out the government and.
I'm actually gonna clip that little word. Take out the government. I'm gonna put that everywhere. Take out the government.
Oh, do it.
Get it trending on Twitter.
Maui's planning on taking out the government.
There is one person. There is one person in that government that I'm kind of liking at the moment, and it's not necessarily because they're telling the truth. I don't know if they're telling the truth or not. I have no fucking idea.
Who is it?
But Keir Starmer,
Labour
guy.
MP, the Labour Party guy.
that guy is a fucking legend.
Oh,
right?
what was his name?
Keir Starmer.
Oh, Sir Keir Starmer.
I don't give a fuck if he's a sir, madam, or fucking trans. I could not give a
I
shit.
knew I would happen. That's why I said
Right.
it.
So I like him though because from what I've seen and from what I'm watching, he's calling Boris Johnson out.
Oh
on
yeah, he's
all of the
grilled
bullshit.
Boris in that
Right.
chamber.
And I think Boris Johnson needs to understand. And Boris, if you're fucking listening, right, take note of what I'm about
Fuck
to
you.
say.
I'll clip
You
this.
are
I'll
you
tweet
are
him.
going up. You are going up against someone who is a trained lawyer, a trained solicitor, and a judge. If there is someone that is going to be able to dig around in your past and find out all the bullshit, he's the guy that's going to do it. Sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, right, and just admit that you were wrong, and maybe we can all start to move forward.
Did you see that other clip as well of the Speaker of the House, that Lindsay guy?
Oh yeah, I told him to shut up. Yeah.
Oh no,
Did he?
it's what he's. Oh, it's what he said to him, Rover. As he turned around, he said, "Look, you may be the prime minister of Britain, but in this house, I'm in charge."
Yeah.
I watched that clip. I was like, "Fucking
Oh, yeah, fucking
hell!" He went ham with him. He did.
That's fucking class.
Too right.
I think no, for him to come up with someone like that, I think he's getting a bit pissed off as well.
Do you reckon
He-
people are going to vote Tory now, though? Do you reckon Tory's
Nah.
going to lose now? You reckon Labour's going to win again now?
I think Boris will get kicked out of the. I think he'll get displaced. Yeah, somebody else will be
I
out.
try not to get involved in the whole Tory, Labour, and all that kind of shit because honestly,
Boys, I gotta go toilet. Like.
they're both as shit as each other.
Go, Top, just go, mate. You're okay for
Go
2
toilet, mate.
minutes.
You're good.
Bless him.
Honestly, I
Sat there
think they're
holding a
both,
pissing.
they're both as shit as each other.
Oh yeah, but like Tories have lied to
Yeah.
us for years now, man. Every time they come into power, they say they're not
So
going to do
did
this.
Labour,
The
though.
second they're in the power,
Fuck the
boom.
Tories.
Okay, nil, top, Reg, you scared the fuck out of me. I'm not looking at the thing or even fuck. But they
gotta be honest, right?
they both do lie. Like I don't trust any politics. I don't trust.
I'll tell you who there is one person out of the entire fucking government that I would vote for.
Jeremy Corbyn.
Right? Get fucked. And it's really strange because I can't actually remember her name. She's a Scottish MP.
It's not
No,
s-
black.
Can't
No.
I can't remember her name.
Something black.
oh, cat.
There was a oh that's a hold on. Her name.
Kitty cat.
Was it something black at all?
Yes.
Maddie Black or something like that.
Yeah. That's the one.
Speaks to the
There
people.
there was a video that fucking circulated a couple of years back of her going absolutely ham in the Houses of Parliament, and she is fucking fantastic. Honestly, she's brilliant.
I did
But
watch
in terms
weddings,
of
by the way.
Labour Tory, I got no interest in either of them. Until there's a party that actually
UKIP. I'm joking.
Right,
I'm kidding. I'm
Mhm.
kidding. I hate all politics. I don't trust any parties, man.
He needs a team kill on PUBG, but for that.
You fucking what?
Like, I
That's
don't
right,
really
mate.
know about the politics and stuff. All I know is, no matter who's in charge, we're most likely going to get shagged up their ass anyway. We're going to be... We're going to be the insects.
We're the sheep. We get pushed aside, mate.
Who's just the best out there? Who's the best devil, pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much. It's that old phrase, lesser of two evils, is what it comes down to. It doesn't come down to anything more than that. It's lesser of two evils. And
Am I allowed to say I've never voted in my life? Or can I get in trouble?
no, you can say that.
I've
I don't vote.
never voted in my life, ever.
I don't see the point in voting, if I'm honest.
Never voted. Top, you alright, mate? You've got the look
Next one I'm
or
voting.
focus on your face.
Oh, I'm reading on the other screen
I am
about the
convinced.
Omicron.
And again, I could be wrong, but I don't see the point in voting. I am almost convinced that those
Rigged.
votes are decided before you even put your fucking
Most
your
likely,
answer on the
mate.
paper, mate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Only one
It's the
thing I'll
same-
be voting for.
What's that?
Independence.
Didn't you vote for that
You know what?
like recently, and then they
Fair
voted
play.
no?
I'm not going to say nothing. I'm glad you mentioned it first to him, not me.
I'm sure they voted for
tried
that
it.
recently.
Because the
tried it.
Tories promised us everything. You know what I mean?
Oh, mate, that's your first
And-
mistake, trusting them bastards.
Aye. But I didn't vote that one because I thought it was signed up.
if you voted,
I
when
wasn't.
you voting again?
I think they're trying to push it for next year, to be fair.
Next year, I think, yeah.
I hope you do, mate.
And that will happen this time.
Yeah, you're not going to believe
It will
fucking
happen
Tories
this time.
again. Yeah, you're not going to believe them a second time.
No.
Move to
Say-
Scotland, boys, before it does happen.
Same as us over here. Like, our government believe we can be independent as well. There was talks about that last year as well.
Do you know why I reckon we can be independent? I bring it up because I love shitting on America. Have you seen what we did to Americans' military
Oh, for
recently?
fuck's sake.
No. In practice
Two of us
drills,
is going to start a war.
Have you seen? Have you seen?
No.
Like
he's
10,000
right, actually. He's right.
US was it Navy SEALs or Marines couldn't beat
It was
1,000 UK soldiers or something like that.
no. It was 1,500 US troops against 100.
It was. I am no part of this
Gurkhas.
conversation.
Against 100 UK and the US.
We
I
shat
think
on the
they ran
US
it-
every single time.
They ran the simulation 3 times, and all 3 times it ended within the first 10 minutes. I think the report.
The UK fucked them. The UK fucked them.
So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It is
Too
actually
busy
true. It
fucking
did
their own
happen.
sisters. Hey!
Oh, fucks.
I got in there again. There we go. That's my part.
Sorry, Jesse.
Oh
Love you,
shit,
man.
Jess is American.
Yeah.
So is
I was really lucky he's not taking a seat tonight.
So is Rodent as well. Like I'm
Because this
just.
podcast would have gone a whole lot of different fucking roads.
They know I'm kidding. They know I'm kidding. I've got quite a few American friends. Like I'm not joking. About 60%, like 60%.
I think, honestly, like speaking on the whole independence thing, obviously, I'm English. If there is anyone from Scotland listening, watching, whatever, my advice to you: get the fuck out while you can.
Oh, aye, 100%.
Honestly,
Look what the
get
Tories
the
have done
fuck out
so
while
far,
you
man.
can, because it's not going to get any better. It's just not. It's not going to get any better.
You're not wrong.
So yeah, I'll just get out while you can.
Nobody cares what will happen if we go independent, but it can't be any fucking worse than us. You know what I mean?
We've got a resident Welsh guy in the call.
I mean, I'm alright.
Hello.
I'm alright. If it all goes tits up, I'll just fuck off to Jamaica and live with my family over there. I'm good. Do you know what I mean? I'm
I've
chilling.
always said I wanted to move to Canada or New Zealand. So
New Zealand looks like an amazing place to live. The way they run
Hmm.
things when it does, it looks incredible.
it
I'm
looks
not
that easy. I just need to. Actually, no, I signed up for Canadian immigration,
really.
and they phoned me, and I panicked and I blocked the number. I didn't know what to do. I was on holiday. I was
That's
like, I
fucking
didn't know what
Probably
to
class.
look they probably look at Razor. Fuck what? He's not coming here.
do.
To be fair, in that orange T-shirt, mate, you look like you look like we're talking to an inmate or something.
Orange is red. Fucking
Is it
hell.
red? It looks orange for me. It looks like we're talking to an
Big.
inmate, mate. It's fucking great.
But that's my end goal. Canada.
Well, you'll have to unblock them a little bit, mate.
I will have to unlock the number. Yeah.
The last thing about that, we tried ringing you, mate, and
I was on holiday. I was in the caravan. You phoned me. Panicked.
thought it's being
You
fucking
know,
extradited.
out of absolutely everywhere out of absolutely all countries, do you know honestly where I think got it right? And they got it right from the very beginning.
Sweden.
Finland.
Japan.
Do you know what? I was going to say Tokyo for some reason. Why Japan?
I think Japan got it right from the very beginning. Well, firstly, the spread in Japan was going to be a lot less than anywhere else in the world anyway, because of the general Japanese etiquette, where if you're ill, you wear a mask.
Yeah.
Not everybody else wears a mask. The person
They've
that's
been
ill
doing that
wears a
for
mask.
years and years.
That's
and
just
years,
that's
haven't
just Japanese culture. It's part of what they do.
I love
It's
the
their
Japanese
etiquette,
culture.
they?
right?
Yeah.
So straight away they were ahead from the very beginning. Secondly, there was no delay. There was. I'm pretty sure they didn't even go into lockdown at all.
They've been very quiet through all this, haven't they?
Yeah,
Thinking about it. I don't
because
hear from them at all.
Imagine
they
if
don't
they're all
have
dead and we don't know.
they
Fuck's
don't have the
sake.
situations we have
Be
because
morbid.
their their culture is based on the fact that anything they do it to the best of their ability, no matter how menial the task would be.
Mm.
So whether it be fucking cleaning toilets or to figuring out how to handle like a world pandemic, that's their culture. It's what they do. I think out of
Do you think they're
everywhere,
looking at us?
What?
possibly, yeah.
Anyway,
Because
Well,
just watching us and saying, how the fuck are these people one of the richest countries in the world?
yeah, honestly, I think that all the time. I think places like Japan look at societies like ours, and honestly, they fucking
News.
laugh at us.
Yeah, but it's a known fact. Japanese men have small willies. That's all I'm saying.
A
Oh,
what?
That's fine.
Small willies.
Oh, for fuck's
Must be
sake.
Japanese origin here.
Yeah, my micro penis is.
I mean, the sacrifice I take, but you know. But honestly, like they're so far ahead, so far
Oh,
ahead.
Yeah, I've seen loads
Even
of videos, like technology, like, and the stuff
Oh,
they
they're
got
incredible. Yeah, they are.
around the streets. It's just crazy.
but they're not just far ahead in like technology. They're far ahead in general. They're
They're at their
way
own
ahead of
different
everyone else.
world, aren't they? They're at their own different
Yeah,
like planet.
have they
It's
not
just
got their
they're-
own ecosystem?
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, near enough.
Like they control when it rains and stuff.
Yeah,
It's like,
Wait,
we
what?
Japan, we want nothing else to do with the world and all that. We
How
want
they've
to
They're
be
got
our
like big
basically
own.
machines that thing me
they
the air
basically
and
have
makes it
yeah
rain.
they have their own ecosystem.
what kind of fucking hell?
Bro,
I didn't even
people
know
don't
that.
understand. People don't understand exactly how far ahead places like Japan are.
Yeah,
I wanna go to
think
Japan.
they think years ahead of themselves.
Our
And
first
Japan,
kindred team
China.
meeting, Japan.
I'm down.
Fucking Japan.
Japan, China, South Korea. They're miles ahead, and people don't even realize it.
Yeah, I'll end up joining the Yakuza clan, man.
elevated bloody garages and everything, like a spins.
Do they have
Oh,
flying
mate.
cars yet?
Won't put it past me.
Like iPhones and stuff. They've got pizza vending machines where make the pizza on the street right in front of you in a machine.
Yeah.
I want to go
Like,
to Japan. I want to go to Japan.
if
Have
that's
you
not
not?
future
Have you
list,
not seen the hot food vending machines?
I don't really search stuff. I've never like. This is the
Bro,
first I'm hearing about this.
they've got
mate,
vending
go onto
machines like.
YouTube and just do the Japan street.
So, for
food.
example, you know how like you got drinks machines over here in the UK,
Hmm.
right? So in Japan, it's one drinks machine. You've got hot drinks, you've got cold drinks, you've got hot coffees, and all sorts of shit. They're all in the same fucking machine,
Jesus.
Hmm.
right? They've got vending machines for fried food, like that cooks the food inside the fucking machine on the side of the road, bro.
That's fucking
It's
wild.
the same as some restaurants now. They got belts and they going around the restaurant.
Hmm.
They put
Yeah.
their food on and the belt goes to your
Yeah, man.
table.
That's perfect for me. I'm so
It's
lazy. I'd be like,
crazy.
yes.
Don't have to move.
No, but can you
But
like
you
take
know-
other people's food? Like as a, well, I'll have that as well.
Okay,
Oh,
alright. You
Munching
got
on
your
your
plate is
food,
just a big
innit?
pile, man, and they're all just like,
Imagine on
come
it.
on,
You can imagine Rover's munching away now. Sees a bowl. Oh fuck! I love that.
why are you attacking me,
See,
bro?
you take the piss, but there are actually restaurants in Japan where you literally do exactly that.
Yeah.
What do you like the look of something? You just take it and you pay for it after.
You just take it off the belt, and then what they do is
Pay
they
by the
come
plate.
round, they count how many plates or bowls that you've had, and they
I'll be
charge
chucking
you
them
by the
back
plate.
on, like, fuck.
Chuck
But
on
that's
an
how
empty
they
bowl.
do
Oh,
it.
no, it's me.
They'll count how many bowls and plates you've had, and that's how they charge a meal.
That's fucking
Doesn't
insane.
matter what's in them.
That's actually really
just
good. I
going
like
in,
that.
just go in and sit down. What we having for food or whatever comes on the belt. Now we'll have a look.
Nice, Stitch boys.
But yeah, they're years ahead. They're years ahead of the rest of the planet.
Anyway,
mean-
boys, we have over past an hour. If you wanna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Your
Went
government
a
can't
little
even
bit off
fix
topic because we
fucking
kind of
bugs.
like started getting a hard on for Japan. That was great. I fucking loved it. Fucking Japanese culture's great.
So to sum it up, then, for everyone listening and for everyone here,
Government sucks.
British government are all bellends.
Yeah.
Boris Johnson's a cunt.
Yep.
And
See, Tom, he's like fucking hiding in his face. No, I didn't
I
say
got
anything.
family I want to live with.
if you never hear from me again, the government did it.
So now that's actually reverse psychology. Now the government won't kill you. That's perfect.
See, that's smart.
Now it's reverse
Maybe.
psychology. They're going to kill you.
And this
Sorry about my
vaccines,
chair, man. My
look,
chair's
if you want to
squeaking
get vaccinated, get vaccinated. There's nothing wrong with it. If you don't want to get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated. It's individual choice. Fuck everyone.
Won't
that tells
feel
you anything.
bad if you don't.
It's your choice.
Still a
It's
normal person.
everyone has a choice. Everyone has freedom of decision. Everyone has freedom of speech. If you agree with it, fantastic. That's
Just
up to
don't
you. If
leave-
you don't agree with it, fantastic. However, don't push your views on other people, because let other people make their own minds up.
Yeah,
If you
don't
push
leave
your
other
views on other people,
influence too.
if you push your views on other people, quite frankly, you're a prick.
Mind
I've
your
been Fat
own
Maui.
business.
That's been Top Banana.
Yeah.
That's been Rovers.
I'm above.
And that's been Dale.
For the actual recording, I'll say Dale's right, left, top left. I'm top right, top's bottom left. You're bottom right.
You're all just in a line for
You're
me.
all in the straight line for me.
Yeah.
I got Dale, Rovers, me, them out.
Because I have to record it. You're all in a big square. You're just in a big square. He has done us a little bit of artwork as well to go on, but it looks really nice. It does look really nice. Next
The end of that
episode's topic: conspiracy theories, the best ones. No, but what we could do is everyone gets one conspiracy theory they love, like research or whatever, and just come out with it on the episode. I've got a fucking big one. That's going to get me killed.
I think the conspiracy theory one, honestly, I think we do one theory per episode.
Ooh, have like actually, that's actually a good idea. So we can
Or-
a whole hour of it into the one theory.
Or
yeah.
do two, half hour of one, half hour of another.
Two's not. I think
Depends how short.
Yeah.
If we want to
That's
do
nice.
one, we got to have a good one for a long session.
No, but if you split them up, between one theory per session,
You get like a lot
at
out of
least
it as
then
well.
we've then got many more weeks of content rather
Yeah.
than.
Yeah.
Like, in
Right.
all fairness, this was supposed to be like corruption and COVID, but it's mostly just been
COVID.
COVID.
Yeah.
Corruption's
It
just
hasn't
the
really been
government,
the
mate.
corruption side.
I
Yeah.
just corruption, government. Like, that's that over.
Yeah, and telling people to do what's best for themselves and not be influenced by other people to do what they don't want to do.
Yeah, this is just theoretical, like talking. You know what I mean?
All
Like,
opinions
we're
are our
not
own.
stating facts. It's just opinions. Like,
There's
they
only
get
one
offended.
Like we
fact,
agree
and
and
that's
Listen,
disagree
Pat's
with each
incredible.
other as well.
At the end of the
So
day, at the end of the day, we're just four people, four blokes, just sat
Talking shit.
sharing our own opinions between one another for
Exactly.
your guys' entertainment, and because we got shit to say.
And if we have offended you, please put it in the comments. And if you're American, I'm sorry.
wait for that.
Sorry
If
to
I've
my
offended-
American brothers and sisters.
I'm not going to apologise if I've offended you. I don't really care. It's your problem, not mine.
Right, we've been
But don't
TSP,
forget,
and we'll
hit
see you.
that subscribe button.
Oh shit! Yeah, hit the subscribe button.
Hit
Really
the
helps.
naughty bell.
The naughty bell.
Drop a
Well,
comment.
Hit the like button, drop a comment.
Ray looks
all
like
those
he's gonna
good stuff.
fucking batter
Put
someone.
something in a comment what you'll be interested for us to talk about for yourselves.
Yeah. Peace out. Much love.
Peace.